Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Grow with Me. I'm your host, Aziza, and in this episode, we are going to talk about the energy. Exactly, the energy, your energy. We want to know more about the energy level. Where do you spend your energy? How do you spend your energy? How do you need to save your energy? What are the things that you do to either save your energy or drain your energy? So basically, we are going to talk about all these things in this episode. And yeah, as you know me, before starting with this episode, I want to make sure that you have your favorite drink, whether it's a cup of coffee, cup of tea, cup of matcha, or maybe a glass of your favorite juice, so that you start having your drink while listening to me. And another thing, I have a question for you, as always. The question is, where do you use your energy? Please let me know down below in the comments, like, where do you use your energy? How do you use your energy? Because we really want to know, like, where do you use your energy? Do you use your energy in things that are beneficial to you, or do you use your energy in things that are not beneficial to you? So, this is basically the focus of this episode. In general, when it comes to saving or maybe spending your energy, sometimes we don't really know where do we spend our energy and how do we spend it, with whom we spend, and things like that. Most of the time, unfortunately, we spend our energy in things that are not grateful, in things that are not appreciated. Like, for example, in the office, let's say, being surrounded by some colleagues who are simply draining your energy by talking about others or maybe gossiping and things like that. And if you don't um, share yourself with them, like if you don't sit with them, if you don't have your morning coffee with them, you will be like an outsider. Even if you don't want to be with them, even if you don't want to use your energy in something useless, even if you don't want to drain your energy, but still, if you don't do that, you will be an outsider, you will be a stranger to that group, and they will be talking about you. They will say, oh, you are so rude, you are so mean, and things like that. But honestly speaking, you should not use your energy with them. And this is the hard truth. Really, you should not. So I know it's not actually easy to do that, but you need to save your energy. You have a lot of things to do during the day, especially if you are in the office. You have a lot of tasks to be completed, you have projects to be submitted, and you really need the energy to complete everything you have to complete. But if you keep on using your energy in things that are not necessary, or maybe in things that are very useless, what happens in the end? You will be the one to pay for this and not them. Why? Because in the end, they will be like, nobody asked you to join us. You are the one who decided. So, seriously, when something bad happens, you will be the one to pay for it, not them. So, that is why you need to be very careful in selecting your like your group, and maybe in choosing your place, maybe your seat, all these things. Really, because you need to remember, at the end of the day, you will be the one to pay for everything. You have bills, you need to pay for them. You sit with gossiping groups, you are the one who pay for this, for using your energy in doing useless things, in talking about others, let's say. So you need to know where you use your energy. You need to look at the way you sit, the way you talk. Are you always rushing? Ask yourself that. Are you always rushing? Are you always trying to prove yourself to others? Are you always trying to tell them that you are valuable, that you are reliable, that you are accountable? Are you always trying to prove that? Well, if the answer is yes, I'm here to tell you not to worry because what happened is already happened and we can't change the past. We can't change what happened. Actually, I wish if it is possible, but well, yeah, let's face it, we can't change what happened. But we can actually change the present moment. We can actually change who we want to be. If you want to be a valuable person, in this case, you need to watch what you do. You need to watch where you go, where you sit, what you do, with whom you talk, everything. You need to do that. And you need to remember one thing. If you want to be valuable, in this case, it has to start within yourself, within you, within the inside of you. Because really, validation must come from the inside, from you, not from others. Do not wait for them or for others to appreciate you, to thank you, to appreciate your presence. Don't, because that might not happen. And if it happens, it might happen for a reason. But personally speaking, try not to wait for others to appreciate you. Try not to wait for others to say thank you. Try not to wait. Appreciate yourself. Thank yourself. Really, do that to yourself and don't wait for others to do that for you. Because when you know your value as a human being, you don't need to chase other people's respect. When you know your value, you won't be wasting your time thinking who should say thank you, who should say we need you, who should say your presence is important. Don't. Really. You need to know your own values. And this is very much important, honestly. Because the thing is that if you know your own value, others will definitely 1000% will respect you. If you know your own values, others will others will try their best not to cross their limit. Others will try their best not to cross their boundaries. I mean, not to cross your boundaries, sorry. So, this is the thing that you need to be careful about. You really need to know your values. hmm As I said, you really need to know your values because the thing is that if you know your values, you can absolutely understand yourself. You can absolutely understand what you want. You can absolutely choose where you want to be. So this is basically everything has that has to do with energy. And when you know your values, you won't be wasting your energy here and there. Really. And try it. I know it might not be easy, but just try. There is nothing wrong with trying. And I'm sure, I am very sure, I am very, like, I'm 100% sure. Once you start trying that, you will feel the difference. It might not be easy, as I tell. I mean, as I'm telling you, you might go through ups and downs, but it's okay. You just need to continue. If it works today, it might not work tomorrow, but it will work the day after. Something like that. Why? Because you are trying something new that you're not adapted to it. And when it comes to trying new things, the brain might not easily accept the change. You might go through some dramas within your I mean in your head. And by the way, if you go through some dramas, like for example, like you know that kind of voice that we hear within the inside, I mean within the inside of us, or like you know that voice actually that somehow tells you that what you are doing is wrong, or maybe that voice I mean that voice that keeps on like blaming you for doing something good. Like for example, let's say you decide to change, all right, I mean for your own good, but that change actually might not be easy. Why? Because once you decide to change, that voice inside of you start bugging you, start blaming you, start saying things like, "Oh, you are changing now. You are staying away from your people. You are staying away from your group. You are staying away from your friends. You are selfish. You are mean. You are rude. Blah blah blah." Trust me, that voice actually will start blaming you. But remember one thing, that voice is not real. So you just need to remember that that voice is not real. So no matter what happens, try not to listen to that voice because it is not real. I was there. I listened to that voice, unfortunately, and I understood the idea a bit late, but still okay. It's better, it's actually a great thing that I understood, really. So even though it's a bit late, but it's okay. But I don't want you to experience what I experienced. I don't want you to understand the idea late. I want you to start implementing what you need to do. You want to change, go for it. You're not happy with your circle, change it. You are not happy with the group that you are with, change them. It's okay to be alone for some time. That is totally fine. But as long as you are not with that group who drain your energy. So this is really important. So I'm here to tell you that the change is very much necessary. The change is very much needed. And if that voice inside of you start blaming you, start um, putting you, like, let's say, in danger, remember that voice is not real. That danger is not real. Everything is not real. What you need to do, go for it. If you want to change, go for it. You want to save your energy from certain people, do it. Really. You just need to do it. So, yeah, this is basically everything related to today's episode. If you have questions or if you have some ideas that you would like to share, you are always welcome to share them down below in the comments. Also, I really want to know your answer to the question that I asked you early at the beginning of the episode. All right? Because seriously, I really value your presence. I really value your opinions. I really value your ideas, perceptions, and everything. And I'm sure others value as well. So we are here to learn from each other, to understand better, and to grow together. And this is the purpose of the whole podcast. As you can see, the podcast is Grow With Me. I am growing and I want you to grow with me. So, yeah, this is basically everything. I hope today's episode is effective, and I hope it has somehow lightened your path as well. Again, if you have questions, if you have anything you want to tell me about, feel free to do so. If you have other topics that you want me to speak about, please let me know down below. So until then, until next time, which will be tomorrow, until tomorrow, I hope you have a wonderful day, I hope you have wonderful time, wonderful experience, and I hope everything goes well with you. So stay safe, take care, and I love you so much. Bye bye.